What's good, everybody? I'm Demario. Welcome to Demario's World. This is the weekly tarot reading for the collective on the spiritual path. So let's get started. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day. Show me the current energy of the collective on the spiritual path. These readings are timeless, so whenever they hit you is when they're meant to hit you. They also are general, so if they apply, I'm grateful they do, but if they do not, there are other people on this platform who can help you on your evolutionary track and path. But again, hopefully this does apply to you. My readings deal with 3D practical matters that can be coming into your experience, or also internal shifts within your own state of consciousness, as well as you being a cross watcher tapped into someone else's energy that needs to be expressed. Show me the current energy of the collective on the spiritual path. If you're just embarking on the spiritual path or just now awakening and you've been led to this channel, thank you for coming. Positive vibes, comment, like, subscribe. Let's get started. What's the energy? The Empress, okay. The Justice and the Hermit. The Strength, the Fool, and the Nine of Wands, okay. The Magician, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, okay. I definitely feel that we're riding off of the energy of Mother's Day, though that's like a calendar thing. I tend to feel that a lot of the different holidays can like tap into the energy of kind of what's going on within nature, within the throughout the universe. So I feel like the Empress energy is receiving justice for going within and facing her truth. I know that's, I guess, maybe this, and I also kind of feel as well this is a continuation of what's been happening the last couple of weeks, especially with, like, say, for instance, a lot of sunny cars on one side, but then it's still a continuation. I feel like the Empress has accomplished and completed going within her own wisdom and being confident and bold in this next chapter that's coming in, where she's also being known as a creator and being seen. Maybe again from the collective space, it's the Empress or the Divine Feminine being positioned correctly. Because throughout history, it's like we've always had this hierarchical thing when it pertains to the masculine, feminine, or just people in general. But it feels like in this new cycle coming in, the Divine Feminine is stepping into a position of like being out in the open about her creation from an expanded viewpoint. And right now, all she really has to focus, they, what have you, whatever the identity is, having to be in a trusting position, which it shouldn't. It was, I would think in the Divine Feminine wouldn't be that difficult, but especially, but then it makes me wonder with this Nine of Wands, what, why is it a defensiveness about that? Show me what the Nine of Wands is about in this thread. The Queen of Cups and the Lovers. One more. Eight of Swords. I feel like from the past situation with the Ten of Swords being at the bottom of the deck, though this past situation is kind of dead and over with within the feminine's mindset, I feel like there still is a fear. Not, I won't say there's a fear. It's a more of a, I don't want to say trigger. I'll say it's just like the kind of repetitive nature of the choices that she made in past situations regarding love and decisions regarding love that I think takes her out of the energy of abundance. Because, like, you know what I'm saying, when we think quite a bit, we kind of start to cycle, or we start to make repetitive actions on things, or go back into our hermit space. And the hermit is full of wisdom, but also can be, that's representing Virgo, that also can be kind of isolated into itself. So yeah, I feel like the feminine is still dealing with her own mental blockages regarding her choices in love. Because I know even with the divine feminine, within the Empress position, they thrive off of love. But then to have gone through so much trial with that, to be the wife, it's like basically like having to fight your way to be in your position, like, or as the wife, as the nurturer, or as the go-getter, whichever, you know, whichever energy within the feminine space you identify with. But yeah, it's definitely going to have to take some forgiveness, I feel. Let me see. With the Hermit, what was discovered? Because I definitely do see justice for your situation of working with God to create. The Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you were able to find, that's what I was saying, like, find your own zest for life within the internal reflection. You were able to find, like, yourself, a mirror to yourself, in the steps that you were willing to take to be yourself, you know what I'm saying, in that hermit space, aside of being with the partner so much so. So I believe that was designed justly for you. Show me one for the Empress. The Six of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're moving forward from this situation in a more empowered space. As long as you just continue to follow your heart space. I know a few days ago, I think I even had a scenario where I understood. I think I probably said this in the reading a few days ago, of the balance of the mind and the heart. But it's like, it's walking into it, but I also feel like it's accepting that balance of, because again, when you're in the balance of the mind and the heart, it's like you don't, it's not too much to really, like, it's not necessarily too hard, you know what I mean, when you have the balance of masculine and feminine. It's not too hard to decipher who is who and what is what and what's good for you and what's not. The Nine of Cups with the Fool and the Star. Yeah, I feel like you're on a right trajectory regarding the path that you're on. If this is maybe just a reading of confirmation, show me the current spread, the collective energy. Yeah, I definitely see emotional fulfillment of the path. But I definitely do see a little form of forgiveness having to be on the feminine's, like, I guess your own self-forgiveness to yourself, not even towards anyone. I don't believe you owe anyone anything, but I think it's more of a forgiveness of your own being, your own self, your own self-assurance. Predatory mindset. Exercise. Listen to music. Yeah, you probably just got to move your body a little bit, you know, to get out of the energy, you know what I'm saying, of self-doubt, whatever that may be for you. You know, so you may need to listen to some music, you may need to just walk around your house, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever that is. Time to move, just like I was saying, I feel like the Empress, the feminine, is definitely moving to a new surrounding, a new space. It's just making that space for that new surrounding, that new transition, to be able to come through. A different person, like I said, you're a way different person than what you were before. You know what I'm saying? With the old energy. New methods needed. I feel like new methods have been placed. Eat my shit. Okay. Sexual, sensual frustrations. All I see is gold. Okay. It's so interesting. Like I said, it's like if this spread was turned the other way, it would to me be very much somewhat identical to the prior spread. Eat my shit and sexual, sensual frustrations. I feel like You may have had a you could be someone who could have like a degradation. Is that what they call it? Degradation? Kink that's kind of kept you tied to this person. So like to this energy. I won't even say a person. I'll say energy because like say for instance you were raised to think badly of yourself. So then you get with people who somewhat treat you badly, and then you like mix that in as love, so on a subconscious level. Because of course, who would think to want that consciously, but subconsciously, that may be a thing that you had going on with you. There may be some self-talk you may have with yourself. Like I said, all I see is gold. That could definitely be about this Nine of Cups and the star position of being focused on your goals right now, while also being in your it's like being active. Is I guess it's autonomy, right? It's because you're a different person where you are. You're trusted with the form of autonomy to be at the right place at the right time for what you really feel on the inside. But then when you go into your inside and face that, it tends to be some type of reliving, like the perpetual suffering or reliving of old events. When you're the only one who can control that. Okay, come on, Spirit. I am willing to forgive. That's what I was saying. I'm feeling something about some forgiveness. Forgiveness of myself and others releases me from the past. Forgiveness is the answer to almost every problem. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. I forgive and I set myself free. Like I said, even forgiveness, you don't even have to. It doesn't necessarily be about the person. It's more about yourself. You know what I'm saying? About what you allowed in your space. You know what I'm saying? And again, they also come into the mix because they were also the other actor in the show. But you know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like everyone plays their roles, but I give everybody they do credit, and they kind of can keep it moving. Honestly, from in my world, I love life. It is my birthright to live fully and freely. I give to life exactly what I want life to give to me. I am grateful to be alive. I love life. Like I said, it's to me a transference of energy within you and spirit. And I think that's the connection that needs to, I won't say needs to be strengthened, but needs to be more, you need to bring more awareness to is your connection to spirit. Because to me, to even be connected to this partner is because you have a connection to the universe. You know what I'm saying? That you give your heavenly father, heavenly mother, what have you, and not even heavenly in the religious sense, but like again, the highest form of love to to life in general. It brings back to you that same thing. But yeah, even in religion, I always talk about how God forgives. You know what I'm saying? But again, you as being God within your own circumstances, how do you deal with yourself in those moments of crises? Loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. My heart is open. I allow my love to flow freely. I love myself. I love others, and others love me. Like I said, very much so. Like I said, it seems like a very a give and take within the universal stream. It's like we are all actors in the collective, right? But then we all kind of have our roles, and we also have our own individual situations going on within that whole experience. So it's just very important to kind of live. You know, it's important to live. It's important to release these different mindsets from our experience, so that we can live and love freely. So we don't have to be in such stressful. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how much stress we put on our bodies. You know what I'm saying? And eat my shit, and you know what I'm saying? Different things like how much stress we put on trying to be anything other than who we are. One card. Decision. We like to guarantee before making a decision or taking a risk, but the irony is that taking the risk is what opens us up to our faith. It's like wanting to know what things will taste like before putting them in your mouth. It just can't be figured out that way. I definitely feel like there's a decision coming, because especially with the Lover's card being right there, there is a decision of some sort coming in, and you will know what it is when it comes forth. But again, I believe you definitely should jump on it whenever that opportunity comes in. Show me 3 cards for what's next till we meet again. The Page of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the Sun. I feel like, again, with the Queen of Pentacles right there, and the Nine of Pentacles, as well as the Knight of Pentacles, sorry, the Knight of Cups, I believe that having confidence about what's to come in will bring it quicker, rather than being in a predatory mindset or being in these cycles of lack or cycles of continuation of an old cycle that's been closed. Being able to be confident about what's to come will bring in more than what you realize, just even from the energetic space into the outward. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm Demario. I hope you have a great day. Peace.